Hey, soul family, what is up? It has been a while. I'm talking a while. Oh my God. When I'm quiet, you know that I'm just like on the tower ride, you know? Do you guys remember that movie, that Disney movie, like back in the day, where they would take you up the fucking tower and then they would drop you down? And it was like the Tower of Terror. So anyways, that's what I've been doing for like a good month and a half, 2 months. I was kind of starting to trickle into the tower moment, and then I was lying to myself, telling myself that that wasn't happening. I'm totally cool. I've healed everything I need to heal. There's nothing wrong I need to worry about, right? Nah. Nah, that's some bullshit. So anyways, yeah, that's what's been going on, guys. There are so many things I need to cover. I wanted this to be kind of like a shorter vlog, but I think that there are a lot of things that need to be covered and talked about. So, excuse me, sorry about that. Oh, it's 2:22 right now, and I looked at the clock and it was 1:11. So the first thing I want to talk about is the aspect of I'm on my iPad and usually the camera's over there and it's over here today, so I'm a little late. So anyways, what I want to talk about is the aspect of us thinking that we have healed, right? Thinking that where we are, you know, spiritually, we know what's going on and we are growing and no more tower moments. And I'm pretty sure you guys know what I'm talking about with that, where it's just it's not really, I mean, yeah, I guess it would be like you hit like a spiritual plateau, right? Where it's like, you know, you're doing your thing and you're able to like answer questions for other people, but it's not like as stimulating as it was when you first came into it type of thing. Now, a lot of us are coming into our gifts, our awareness of other frequencies, which can put our minds or our energetic like 5-dimensional selves into another timeline or another dimension. Another thing I want to cover. I should write this stuff down. I know that other starseeds write their shit down because we're kind of all over the place. We're just gonna go with the flow. What comes out, comes out. It's like riding a roller coaster with me. You never know what you're gonna get. So another thing I've noticed, because I'm doing readings a lot more, and God, I keep telling you guys about the third eye, that I'm going to get those third eye chakra healing readings out. Tower moments, like tower after tower after tower, where it was like I was picking up the cards to do the readings for you because I just wanted to get them out. And it was like the energy wasn't right within me. So I was like my energy was projecting into the readings where it was like, no, this isn't for them. Like this is like my energy is so strong right now and I haven't grounded it that it's just here and it's not going anywhere until I ground it. So they'll be coming. I'm doing much better. All right, I've got my Rugrats shirt on, guys. All right, like I'm doing great. There you go. I'm doing freaking fabulous. So anyways, another thing I want to cover. Tarot readers. Intuitive readers, channelers, using cards to divinate. Can I please just remind y'all, because I know y'all are watching me, and y'all are also projecting and calling yourselves out just the way that everyone that we're hoping to help does. Okay, we all do it. We're human. It happens. But a lot of you are calling yourselves out about what you're actually doing in your videos. I keep seeing tarot readers like, oh, well, so-and-so's copying me, or I got to do this first so somebody else doesn't copy me kind of shit. Listen, we get the vibration that we put out. You know what I'm saying? So if you're standing there going, oh, well, somebody's stalking me, you probably have 3 fake Instagram accounts, right? And I'm not talking just in spiritual tarot readers. I'm talking everyone in the world. We get what we admit. Ooh, that's good. That's good. We get what we admit, okay? We get what we admit. Emit, not admit, but same thing. Speak your world into your existence, so that one would go too, but I like you get what you emit. That's good. Thanks, guys. I like that. I'm not gonna address like specific people, but I do a lot of like watching of other readers because when my energy is in like tower moments, me picking up the cards for me is not freaking happening, all right? Like, they go hard with the truth. They go so hard with the truth for me. So when it comes down to like me figuring out things and divination, I don't usually do that. I don't pick up my cards at certain times for myself. If it's for someone else, I can ground my energy. I can do what I need to do. But if it's like I am genuinely needing to heal things within self, I'm not going to go out and do readings. And this is why the third eye chakra healing readings haven't come out. So anyways, I want to go back to the readers. So there are readers that are still in a fear consciousness themselves. What is fear consciousness? Fear consciousness is looking at the world through the lens of fear. Literally, you've heard rose-colored lens, right? This is the lens of fear, where they view something like, well, if I do this, okay, if I don't wear my seatbelt, I'm definitely going to get in a crash and die. That is a conditioned belief, okay? That's really intense. That's very intense. There are people that believe that if they smoke, they'll get cancer and die. That belief is rooted so deeply within who they are that they actually have self-fulfilling prophecies because their thoughts become things. And as it's like Abraham Hicks says, guys, belief is just a thought that you continue to think. So if you want to change a belief that is no longer serving you, if you're coming into self-sabotaging, self-prophecies, then the only thing to do is to change your thoughts. And if you can't get within self to change your thoughts, and you're reacting to all this external shit and then projecting on like, oh, well, these readers are doing this, I'm getting attacked like this, like, yeah, you're gonna have a collective of people that are gonna follow you and find you, because there is still a collective of people with the vibration of hate and anger. But as healers, as people connected to source, it is our job. We're on the fucking clock. It's our job to ensure that we don't allow that vibration to come from us, because it's so much stronger. We have source behind us. And sometimes we get into a momentum that will fuck other people up, and we're not even thinking about it because our vibration lowered, because we wobbled. There cannot be a wobble. There can't be a wobble with this. So all I'm going to ask, the readers, and I know that there are quite a few of you that come to my page as well. I know that. I'm not going to sit and go, you copied me, you copied me. Listen, I've been doing these vlogs like since June, July of last year. And there's a specific way I edit, kind of like movies in between my shit, okay? I'm not the first one that came up with that. I saw somebody and somebody else had done it. No one owns the creative rights to that. And I'm really, really just turned off by specific people that are in their ego, hit their spiritual plateau, time for you to go within. And instead of going within, they're projecting their fears onto other people. And those of us who are genuinely doing the work, we're sensitive as shit. We could go and click on a video and know what the intent was, know the energy that they were thinking and feeling and intending into that reading. You might as well put our names in there. You might as well just literally say our names when your intent is to egoically attack a light worker. There is no duality. I see what you're doing because I carry that ability within me. Listen, I'm still in the adult industry, but obviously you guys can tell I really don't give a shit. I spent my entire, from 19 to 31 being a model. So from I would say 19 until 28. From 19 until 28, I was the girl that was out of bed, fake eyelashes on, the whole nine, heels, the whole nine. You don't think I didn't have some traumas there that I would project onto other people? You don't think that I can't see what these people are doing, what you guys are doing? If you are claiming to be someone that heals other people, that you are claiming to be connected to source or God or whoever it is that you see and resonate with, how are you going to sit there and put out all this fucking hate? You should be ashamed of yourselves. Damn straight. You should be ashamed of yourselves. And this is going to trigger people. But you know what that means? It means I've triggered something within you that is letting you know there is something that's unhealed that I'm saying. So before you try to get this video deleted, because that's what's happening to you, think to yourself, man, what am I vibrating out? What is my frequency? What radio station am I tuned on to be getting this stuff? And on to my next point. All right? That's all I'm going to say about that to the readers. All right? Get out of fear consciousness. You still have beliefs that aren't serving you, and recognize that. I recognize it because I still carry it within me. I am you, you are me. So when you're on some fuck shit, I'm on some fuck shit. Get off the fuck shit. Be better. Rise to the vibration where you can truly give messages that will heal on some real talk. You can't have that divinity within you and be using it for the wrong reasons. Especially when you see so many people that are like, oh, this person's doing this person's doing this. If you're a reader and this is what you are seeing, you carry that within you. And I'm done. 13. So, next thing. Those of us who are triggering others, whether it be spiritual community, family, or just the collective that's slowly awakening. Welcome, family. Welcome to the party. Anyways, those of us who are doing our work, living authentically, speaking our truth with no fucks. Hi. We are here to trigger those of you who are literally sticking your heads, your proverbial heads, into the sand. We're here to trigger you. It's what we're supposed to do. I've always been a trigger. My whole life, you might as well just have me a big trigger. That's what I've been my entire life. I have been unapologetically me my entire life. I don't know that there's ever been a time that I wasn't myself, okay? There's just who I am. I don't know anything else. I genuinely don't. My mother would look at me and say, you look at life through rose-colored glasses. I would look at her like, the world looks better through rose-colored glasses, so technically you're saying I have a really good outlook on life. And I was young. Another thing I want to point out is a lot of spiritual way showers, starseeds that are going through stuff. The people that are closest in our lives, we have already gone through the training because our families were the coaches. Straight up. I love my mama. Oh, I love my mama so much. That woman is incredible. She's so incredible. She's also my biggest teacher. She is my biggest teacher. We're gonna leave it at that, okay? I love my mama. Oh, mommy, I love you. I love you. I love you so much. I love you. God, you're amazing. You're so amazing. And you're my biggest teacher, and I will forever be thankful for that. So in knowing that we have had this training pretty much our whole lives, when people come in and they project their own insecurities onto us, it's easy for us to discern what's really going on, what the overall thought process is within that. And if, we're balanced, it's just like, well, damn, dude, I remember being there. And I remember the way I felt about myself when I was there. So today I woke up at like 12. But in my defense, I didn't go to bed till like 7, 6. I rearranged my entire house. We'll get to that probably in another video. I don't know, maybe this will be a long video. I woke up, checked my social media, and I had, I'm not kidding you, 17 comments from 17 different accounts. Now, they weren't fake accounts either. 7,000 followers, 2,000 followers, 500 followers, selling things, but they were all in Spanish. So there was one. The second clue was my third eye showed me, my higher self showed me the human that's behind it. And it's a girl that is upset with me about my ex. And I've been there too, to the point where I was so mentally triggered by another person because I was in like a spiral of mental thoughts that were self-sabotaging to me. Some of what I was thinking was true, but a lot of the times what I was thinking was so far from the truth, but became true through self-fulfilling prophecies because I focused so much on that intent, worrying about it. So this person has friends who run multiple social media accounts. And you guys know how the social media accounts go, where one person will run one, they'll get a lot of followers, and they'll start another one, and then they'll reverb off of those two, and they create a bunch, and then they start creating them to where there's a lot of followers, and then they sell them to other people, and that's how people will get a lot of their followers. Or they'll just shout the girls out on like 9, 10, 12, 20 accounts, 17 accounts, and that's how the girls get all of their followers. So I woke up to this, and my first thought was, damn, I woke up feeling good. What vibration am I on that I brought this to myself? That was the only reaction. And there was no reaction. It was like I was just observing. Like, well, okay. I got 159 followers. I'm really not sure where all this came from, but okay. Whatever. And I have had probably 100 Instagram accounts. This is on everything. 100 Instagram accounts since 2012. I think the highest follower account I've ever been able to get to was 5,000 followers in real life. I am a trigger, and Source uses social media for light workers to utilize and get our messages across. So that is what it is. It's fine. And even if I never post another photo of myself, it can still happen simply because I was in the adult industry. I was a model. I was modeling, with large companies. I was the model manager to, a very large bikini company when I was 24, and we lived in like Hollywood, near Hollywood, and that's where we did a lot of our work. So the industry is actually very small, and a lot of the people that were in the industry then are still in the industry. Okay, so if, per se, I was young and dumb and burned a lot of bridges, and people have a grudge issue, okay, like, so I may not be that known in this time around, and actually I kind of am for my work, but I'm not known in the way that I was then, because the people that were behind that, I'm not working with those types of people, but they're still aware of who I am. My Twitter, I have 350,000 impressions in like 28 days, okay, like 110,000 impressions in 7 days. People watch me. I'm aware of it. And that's why I carry myself the way that I do. It isn't about the followers. I know who's coming and who sees, and the trickle effect that I have. So fast forward go back to what we were talking about. So this person has like 17 social media accounts. So after like 2 minutes of literally, it was like maybe 2 minutes where I was just like, what did I do for my vibration to be this? And I'm looking at my new beautiful house, because I redid my entire house last night to change the energy. I had someone come. We're going to talk about that. That will be another vlog, I think, because this one's pretty long already. But after like 2 minutes, I realized, like, I was like, look at you. You ain't even mad. You're like a curious kitty. Like, is that mouse dead? Is he dead? Should I kick it? Seriously. It was the best epitome for me. Like, I'm a Libra sun and moon. My Leo is a rising. My Mercury is in Scorpio. And my Venus is in Scorpio. Okay? I'm also on the cusp of Scorpio. My birthday's the 21st of October. So, my temper, it used to be fun. And through the years, that temper has gotten me into a lot of problems, a lot of issues. And if this had been 5 years ago, I have friends too. I could have gotten the names to who it was and reverbed and sent out that exact same energy. Like, I have friends. I'm very quiet about my connections, because I don't need to tell people. I don't need to know my life that way, right? So there was a time that I would have been like, yeah, you know that favor you owe me? Your girl's Italian and German, okay? So anyways, I'm going, oh my God, good job. I love you right now. Good job. I was so proud of myself in the awareness of no reactivity at all. Like, just completely irrelevant. Like, did they wake up without no creamer? Because that's the only time I really want to attack people, is when I wake up and I can't put fucking creamer in my coffee, okay? Like, that awareness was beautiful. And then Source came through and said, would we like to tweet? Now let me tell you guys about my Twitter. So anyways, my twit's popping, always. Source figured out that I like to tweet. That I like to, like, what is it called? Shotgun tweet? Like, you know, okay, the shotguns don't do that, but you know what I'm talking about. Oh man, shotguns make sound too, but just not like that. Shotgun's a universal security sound, if you know what I'm saying. So when I tweet out like that, crazy. And it's a flow of consciousness that comes through. I channel, right? Okay, I channel. And I am not afraid to say that. I don't think it's weird at all. I am connected to higher frequencies that throw down knowledge, okay? Knowledge bombs, nonstop, knowledge bombs. So I'm sitting there shotgun tweeting nonstop. I mean, daily, every day. My name on Twitter is @HarlowMoney. Almost changed it yesterday. Haven't changed it because it's just, that's the name I started with. When you click on it, it'll say Alchemistress, I believe. But if you guys have Twitter, you are in a spiritual vibe, follow my stuff. Once in a while, I might retweet some porn, but I don't, it's been a while. For the most part, it's safe. You know what I'm saying? I use Twitter a lot, and Source discovered that they could just shoot the messages through me real quick as I'm sitting there tweeting. So that's kind of our thing. It's like, all right, we get it now. Okay, like we found out the algorithm to this girl's day to day. We're gonna do this. This is how it's gonna work for us. It's great. It's working out. And I was also utilizing Instagram. My Instagram keeps getting deleted. Reverb to what I was talking about. So when this is happening, I know this is happening to other people, not just me. I want you guys to be reminded that what you see is not what is actually happening. People are really good at facades right now, and the authenticity that you have, the bravery to take on and to publicly show is so important right now. Okay, like you guys are, I love you guys. I love you way showers. I love you so much. I could cry right now. I'm gonna cry. You guys Just don't cry, bitch, don't cry. I'm so in my heart space for you guys. The work that's being done, I probably wouldn't have gotten through this last month if the way showers weren't doing what they're doing. And so I love you guys. I love you guys so much. And I'm so thankful for you. And it's hard for me to explain to people who aren't here yet where this comes from, where the flow of gratitude just comes from. And this is why I need to say it is so important when we get publicly attacked the way we do. Angry. And I just want you guys to know that if you wake up in the morning or whatever and you check your social media and there's like 90 accounts that are just like railing into you and you've just been pushing out good to the collective, I need you to remember that is the sign that what you are doing is healing the grid lines. And if you want to fuck them up, you sit down and heal. Get into your heart space. Pull out that golden light in your heart space and put it in the center of your heart and then reverb it out of your body. Connect it to Gaia and then pull it from the root chakra all the way up every single chakra until you connect with the ethers and you reverb. Your intent when you do this is to send them love. Whoever is behind this, please let me send them love. Please let me get them into their heart space, because the minute they get into their heart space, they're going to wake up. And y'all remember how it was when we woke up, right? Remember that tower ride I was telling y'all about? So it's not even getting back at them, okay? We're not even in that energy. And if you are in that energy, light worker, starseed, light warrior, if you are in that energy of needing to get somebody back, you still have unhealed traumas yourself. If you are in a resentful, my intent is to use someone else to get someone else back energy, one, that karma is going to come back real quick. I'm talking like within minutes. If you're a light worker. And two, you will literally see your vibration and your everything take a hit. Abundance, everything. Like you'll go from being popping to worrying about rent if you are a way shower and you fall off the wagon. So for those who have been doing the work when those of us are in our tower moments and we're like wobbling and borderline falling off the wagon ourselves, thank you. Thank you. You guys got me through this last month. And it is the soul family bond that is literally just healing the grid lines. And it is that reverb of I am doing everything I can to get them in the heart space, because the minute that heart space hits, they are not going to be able to escape the awakening that's going to come in. And their guides are sitting there like this. They're coming. Who's going to wake them up? Who's going to be the catalyst? Who's going to be that button, that final trigger where everything just self-combusts and they come out of the ashes? You come out the flames. You come out the ashes. But while you're in those flames, everything that does not serve you is being burned off. Straight up. That's why a lot of them call it the reckoning and shit. It's not the reckoning the whole world's gonna end. It's the reckoning within self. And they call it the reckoning because literally everything that's been done to someone else due to your pain comes back to you. And you can no longer ignore it. There is no sand for you to dig your head in. There is no bottom ground. At this point, you are at the bottom, and the only way to go is up. Spiritually, the only way to go from being spiritually rock bottom is up. And that in itself is beautiful. So if you're looking at things and you're feeling like, oh, damn, I'm falling off my shit. So if you're looking at things and going, damn, everything's messed up because I'm in my tower moment, not everything's messed up. You are simply burning off those other things that were hidden on the surface of the things that needed to be burnt off. It's like when you pierce your nose. There's like 4 layers. This is why I never got my nose pierced, straight up. There are 4 layers in your nose. And the first 3 layers aren't that bad. It's the last fucking layer that actually puts and pierces the skin through that hurts the most. So you can decide where your layers are at, but there is no escaping that when you're piercing the nose. You can't stop at the 3rd layer and have the nose pierced. You have to keep going and push it all the way through. And that is what these tower moments are for all of those who were our spiritual way showers, who have thought that they had burned those things off, that they had gone through that other layer. And this is going to take me to the 3rd thing I wanted to cover, which is when we are burning these things off, we are literally going to reverb the past. The past will come back. It will come back again. It has to. It can't disintegrate. It can't disappear. It can't go from what it was into something new. It cannot be alchemized to be utilized in your life until it comes back again, and you handle it differently. So a lot of us have been alone, like doing the work for like a year at least, you know, if not longer. And we're to the point where spiritually we're pretty balanced. And we're like, I think that I could probably bring someone else into my life and I would be able to stay balanced. Let me give a moment of silence for that shit. We get to a point where it's like, I could do this with another person, and it would be so awesome to co-create and love Gaia back to perfect health by co-creating with my divine masculine, you know, my divine feminine, whatever it is for you. And so then you start to like look at life like, all right, what has been taken out? This, you know, up to this point that everything that's been taken out, removed, was for your highest good, and that they're not meant to be there. So when things come back, sometimes it takes a lot of discernment for us to acknowledge if it is still supposed to be gone, or if this is something that can serve us now because divine timing, right? So there is an ability for us to fall into a thought process of, this is who I should be with, because we're in our heart space, right? And we are seeing the good, and we are accepting things as the good. So when we allow another in, sometimes that excitement for what could be closes the view of what truly is, because we want to see the best in things and people, right? So I had a few situations arise, and I was not really seeing somebody, but I was communicating with someone, and we had some nice connection, but it was kind of weird. We couldn't really get the energy. Like, we both wanted to spend time together. We genuinely vibed together. You know, it was a connection that was very easy, calming, right? Two souls together type of shit, not in like a really sappy type of shit, like, but just like, it was a comfortability that I hadn't had in a very long time. And I had shared myself with this person, and this person reacted by nothing, just ghosting me. And so in my divinity, I said, okay, well, I've showed my heart, you know, I've showed who I am and what I'm looking for, and this person did nothing. So that to me is a pretty blatant, and I'm a Libra. Right? Like, you don't do that to a Libra. It wasn't really a ghosting thing. I think it was probably just a thinking thing. But there are certain things that people are unable to handle, and that for me is just one of them. And one of my healing missions in this life is abandonment issues, because that's what I dealt with as a child, you know? And then I've reverbed and done that to others in my life because of that unhealed issue. So for me, it isn't an, oh, I'm not good enough, let me chase them. It's an, I don't fuck with that. I don't fuck with that. Like, it's just a no. No, I know what I'm worth. So in this whole experience, there were some things that I had come into enlightenment about from this being. And I was so thankful. And then I was like, oh, I get it, universe. This is why this being was in my life, so that I could experience this growth. Thank you. I've learned what I need to learn. I'm fairly sure that they know that they don't want to continue. I can move on. And in that awareness, someone from my past had come back. And as I said that it was 38. We are really talking today. And that person that came back was someone that I had always believed to be a karmic, one of the most catalytic people in my life for many reasons. But reverb to me thinking that this person was someone that should be in my life, right? That it was spirit brought them back. It's divine timing. That's divine timing. It was not divine timing. It's definitely a karmic relationship that, well, both of us had some things to learn. But in that learning, it kind of just blew up everything around me. And so this last week and a half, I had a lot of tower moments. I want to remind everyone that if things ever get to a point where it's physically unsafe for you, just walk away. I'm not going to go into detail with any of my tower moments, but every moment was necessary for me to align back into my path. I'm looking at my house going, oh, damn, I'm glad that happened. You know, it was like it needed to happen for this growth to this point. So it's like the being before came along, helped with enlightenment. I went, okay, I get it. And then this other being came along, and it was very within. When these tower moments for us happen, they happen quickly. And it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. It's almost like when you're on the road and you like go to the side and you hit the little things that are like, hey bro, you're like literally on the side of the road. Like, don't go any further, otherwise you're gonna drive into a cow, right? Like, I'm in Oregon, so cow. I don't know what you drive into if you're in the city. Probably another car. So, like the little things that go, that's how it is when the freaking tower hits. So it was like one thing, another thing, another thing, another thing. Bam, bam, bam. I got proverbially bitch slapped by the universe so many damn times. I woke up I came out like this. Is it safe to come out? So it's been a ride. And I am so thankful for it because I've come out with all these experiences. And the last thing that I want to say to you guys is if something like that happens where a past person comes back, there is a necessity to discern if this person is part of the growth, which there is no wrong answer. There is no wrong choice. There's just perspective of it. Okay. So just keep in mind that. But is this person someone that's supposed to be here, or someone that is another karmic lesson that you're healing from another life? Okay. And the people that come back like this sometimes can be karmically connected from another life. All right. Your souls could have healing in that regard. So don't beat yourself up ever, and be aware that it's all necessary for the growth, and be thankful for it. Because when you're in that attitude of gratitude, it allows you to come into a different perspective and in turn grow. If you get bitter about it, it hinders your growth. If you get revengeful, it hinders your growth. So the only thing that I want to say about this, about being spiritual after, a year of doing all the work, and just after being awakened, and now you're ready to share your life with somebody or try to co-create with someone because you feel like that would just double the love, right? Double the love to the grid lines. Discern simple things. What do they do when they first get up in the morning? Do they get up and check their phone? They get up and check their email? Do they get up and do some yoga before they talk to anybody? Do they meditate? What do you do when you first wake up in the morning? What is your morning routine? Now, imagine dating someone or coming into an awareness with someone who is from, say, Las Vegas, works in the clubs, and they don't meditate and they don't take the time to be present with themselves. Ladies, men, if a human won't take time to be present with themselves, they are not going to take time to be present with you. And you cannot fault them for that, for expecting that presence if you didn't discern it for yourself. So all I want to remind and say to you guys, because I didn't think this, I didn't take it into account. But what happens when you go from your morning routine, which is what starts your day and puts you into that vibration and frequency of allowing and accepting and coming into more of yourself, what do you do every morning? And how would that be affected if you let someone else in that did none of that? First off, they're probably not going to understand your mindset, because those who get up in the morning, that they do is pick up their phone. They are reactive to their external surroundings, and it is a sign of a weak mind that reacts to external things around them, simply because they're not giving themselves that self-love to do the present, to take 5 minutes to meditate, to take 20 minutes to stretch. They're not taking the time. I'm doing that every time she licks herself. I just squeak her toy and she stops. They're not taking the time for themselves. And if a person cannot take time for themselves, they are not going to take time for you. And a lot of times these people do things for themselves which requires them to lie, to deceive, to hurt another. And when you catch them in their lies, because you're connected to higher self and you know these things without needing to see them, but it's a feeling, these people will make you question yourself by the claims of you being crazy, of it all being in your head. And now remember, when we first come into awakening, our biggest worry is it's all in our head. Oh, I'm crazy. It's all made up. So someone like that is there to test your vibration. They are not there to be a part of your vibration. And those of us who fall for it, it's okay, because you came out realizing what it was, right? What the truth really was. And you're thankful for it. And so whether it was a past life lesson or a karmic lesson that you needed to learn in this life, or just something that you needed to grasp before you come into your true divine union, that's all right. Don't beat yourself up. And there are a lot of people right now that are projecting, karmic connections as being bad, when in reality, those are the most important ones. Without those karmic connections, you cannot come into the divinity that you need to be in. So instead of looking at someone as if they are less than you because of that karmic connection, look at them as a catalytic person in your life and be grateful for them. and send them love. It is in that love that you continue to heal the grid lines yourself. So I'm gonna let you guys go. I think that I got all the messages out that I need to get out. Look for my continued readings. And I do want to say real quick that I have created my own deck. It took me literally 3 days. I had quite a few of the messages channeled from this past year. Oh, this was something I've known that I was going to do, just going with the timing. But I will be doing readings with them very often. And I do want to say that this is probably the highest frequency deck I have ever worked with. And I'm not saying that to toot my own horn. This is what I'm meant to do. There are many more decks coming. Everything has fallen into place with my soul mission, and I am so excited to share this with you guys. So there will be readings coming strictly for this, and I'm so excited to share this with you all. And if you see a reading with these homemade cards and they helped you, please let me know. Not so much for my ego, but a little bit. Actually really just nice to know that what my divine path has taken me to, it's nice to hear from others that it's helped them. Okay, and it's not really an egoic thing, it's just nice to hear. It's a nice thing to hear. So I wish you guys all of the best. I love you guys. Be aware of the energy and what you need to do to hold your vibration, and that's really the most important thing right now, is holding your vibration. So I love you guys. Namaste, and I will chat with you soon. Goodbye.